Hello students, in this video we will learn about parallel lines and a transversal. Let us look at what are parallel lines first. Lines that do not meet each other infinitely. Okay, that means they will never ever meet each other. Such lines are called parallel lines. So there can be many parallel lines. So there could be many parallel lines between these two parallel lines. These are known as parallel lines. Now, what is a transversal? A line which intersects two or more lines at distinct points is called a transversal. So if I draw a line like this, not clear. Okay, so if I draw a line like this, then this is known as a transversal. So these two are called parallel lines, and we usually write this with the symbol parallel, and this particular line is known as a transversal. Got it? This is known as a transversal. Now, there are certain properties or there are angles that are formed by a transversal intersecting a parallel line, and that is those angles we need to know and the properties of those angles, as in the relationship between those angles. So let us mark each of those angles, and we'll also mark the lines including the transversal. Okay, so we have a figure over here where you have L is the transversal and M and N are two parallel lines. So we mark this, that L is a transversal intersecting lines M and N, and M is parallel to N. Okay. Now before we go into looking at what are the relationship between the two angles, let us just see what type of angles exist in that figure. Okay, so let's name them first and look at where exactly let's locate them in that figure. So we have exterior angles and interior angles. Let us look at which are known as exterior angles. So if you have a look at exterior angles, we have 1, 2, 7, 8. These are exterior angles. That means whatever falls between the two lines, okay, whether or not these lines are parallel or not. When a line intersects, transversal doesn't mean that it has to always intersect two parallel lines. It can intersect any two lines, but over here I have taken two parallel lines so that I can explain the next few type of angles and their relationships. So in this case, when a transversal intersects two lines, whatever falls between the two lines which are being intersected by the transversal, those angles form the interior angles. Have a look, 3, 4, 5, 6 are interior angles. Whatever falls on the outside of those two lines, the angles that are formed on the outside of those two lines become the exterior angles. So 1, 2, 7, 8 are exterior angles. Got it? Where to find the exterior and interior angles? Next we look at corresponding angles. Look at how the corresponding angles are. 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 3 and 7, 4 and 8. So it is like leaving one angle, the next one becomes the corresponding angle. Okay, so these are corresponding angles that you see. Okay, have a look at the corresponding angles. Next we look at alternate interior angles. Next we have alternate interior angles. So you have angle 3 and angle 5, angle 3 and angle 5, angle 4 and angle 6. Okay, so alternate usually comes in Z fashion. Okay, so if you have a look at this will form a Z in the reverse fashion, and the angles that are formed inside are alternate interior angle. Alternate interior means in between the two lines, because we also have alternate exterior angles. Same way over here, look at 4 and 6, the relationship. This forms a proper Z. Got it? So these are alternate interior angles. Next we have alternate exterior angles formed between angle 1 and angle 7, angle 2 and angle 8. So when it says exterior, means you only have to look at exterior angles. These are your exterior angles. And alternate means they should be in opposite form, that is forming X. Here they are in Z fashion. Here you can say they are in X fashion. Got it? So these are alternate exterior angles. And last we have consecutive interior angles or core interior angles between 4 and 5 and 3 and 6. Okay, so you have consecutive interior angles 4 and 5, 3 and 6. Okay, consecutive means one after another. So these are the different types of angles that you will see when a transversal intersects two lines. Okay, now we learn about different axioms which establish relationship between interior angles, alternate interior angles, corresponding angles. Okay, so let us begin with the first axiom, and everything depends on the fact that a transversal cuts two parallel lines. So the first axiom says if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. Okay, so our axiom says that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. What is an axiom? An axiom is a principle that is accepted as true without proof. Okay, so we don't have a proof, but we accept it as a principle that it is correct. Fine. So let us look at the first axiom, which says if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. So which are your corresponding angles in here? We have just learned which are the so you have 1 and 5, okay, then you have 4 and 8, then you have 2 and 6, and you have 3 and 7. So these are all equal. So we can say that in this case angle 1 will be equal to angle 5. Then you will have angle 2 which will be equal to angle 6. Then you have angle 3 which will be equal to angle 7, and you have angle 4 which will be equal to angle 8. So this is what it means. Let's move to the next axiom. The next axiom says if a transversal intersects two lines such that pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So in other words, what it says is, in this figure, let's say we are not given M and N are parallel to each other, but if it is said that angle 1 is equal to 5, angle 2 is equal to 6, angle 3 equal to 7, angle 4 equal to 4, which actually are corresponding angles, then in such a case we can say that these two lines are parallel. So this is like the converse of the previous axiom, okay, which said that if the two lines are parallel and they are intersected by the transversal then these corresponding angles are equal. Here we are given the corresponding angles are equal, and we are told if their corresponding angles are equal, then in that case the two lines which are intersected by the transversal, they become parallel to each other. So it helps in solving various problems including proofs. Okay, let's move to the next question, axiom. Next axiom says, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal. Okay, so let us have a look at the alternate interior angles. We have learned the alternate interior angles are these in Z formation, the proper Z and the reverse Z. So these are the angles involved, 3 and 5, 4 and 6. These are alternate interior angles. So what it says is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then the alternate interior angles are equal. So if L intersects M and N, and M is parallel to N, then 4 is equal to 6 and 3 is equal to 5. These are alternate interior angles. Next axiom. Next axiom says, if a transversal intersects two lines where each pair of alternate interior angles is equal, then the two lines are said to be parallel to each other. So this is the converse of the previous one. Here it says that if a line intersects two lines such that the alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines which are intersected by this transversal are said to be parallel to each other. So if 4 is equal to 6, where it is given to us, and 3 is equal to 5, then we can say that the two lines are parallel to each other. Correct? Next axiom. Next axiom says, if a transversal intersects two lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Supplementary means 180 degrees. Complementary means 90 degrees. Now supplementary, what it says is, this line, if it intersects two parallel lines, then the sum of interior angles, actually it is 4 and 5, gives you 180 degrees, and 3 and 6 give us 180 degrees. So the sum of interior angles, okay, on the same side, okay, very important, on the same side, not alternate. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal, the sum of them give us 180 degrees. Next axiom, a small thing to mention, these are not just intersects two lines but two parallel lines over here, okay, they need to intersect two parallel lines, then the sum of the interior pair of the interior angles is equal to 180 degrees. The next axiom says, if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel to each other. So this is the opposite of the previous one, or the converse of the previous one. Here we are given that the interior angles, okay, pair of interior angles, they make up 180 degrees. When we are given that, and you know that a line is intersecting two lines, in this case we say that the two lines are parallel to each other. Now one last thing to remember about parallel lines. Let's say you have two parallel lines. You mark this as L and M, and we are given another parallel line parallel to, say, and we'll take this as A, and say A is given parallel to M. So you have, if L is parallel to M, these two are parallel to each other, and if A is parallel to M, then we can say that A is also parallel to L. Got it? So if two lines are parallel to each other, there is a third line which is parallel to one of those lines, then you can say that the third line is parallel to both of those lines. Okay, so in that case, this was given parallel to this and this was given parallel to this, then we can say that this is also parallel to this. Your parallel lines mean that they do not meet with each other. And if these two lines do not meet with each other, and we say that this line also doesn't meet with this one, that means this also should not meet with L, right? So that is why we can say A is also parallel to M. So we finished with the basics of parallel lines and transversal. Let's solve few problems in the next videos. Thank you for watching.